My name is Joe Diorio. I run Joe Diorio Guide Service. We've been in business for about 8 years now. We mostly target stripers, tuna, blackfish, bluefish. If it swims, we catch it. During wintertime, we do a lot of trout fishing and stuff like that as well. We're actually in my basement right now. Die-hard Yankee fan, if you haven't noticed. This is where all the magic happens during the off season, where I get everything prepared for next season. Just make it happen. So we're actually out of New London, Connecticut. We basically, we've been operating there for over 3 or 4 years now. We also operate out of Old Lyme, Connecticut. I have 2 different boats. I have a 28-foot Reef Runner that is powered by Solid State Marine, and I also have a 22-foot Bluefin, which is also powered by Solid State. Both great boats, center consoles, and I rely on these things to take me, whether it's fishing 2 feet of water or 30, 40 miles offshore. Great machines, and I rely on Solid State to get me throughout there. There's no doubt about that. So I run 2 different boats, like I said. I have a 28-foot Reef Runner. It's brand new. It's outfitted with Solid State Marine 12 210 2 cranking batteries. That's what powers the whole boat. Starts up every single time. I don't have to worry if it's 30 degrees below or 110 degrees. I know that battery is going to start, and that's really, really important for me. A 22-foot Bluefin. I also have a 36-volt 120 AH, which is my trolling motor battery. I've had that battery for a few years now. It is the most durable battery I've ever had in my life. Tell you a quick story about it. We were actually out fishing. I got home from fishing one day. I went to plug in my battery. I noticed that the ground was missing and it wasn't charging. I don't know how long it was like that for. I came back, one of my captains used it for the weekend. I came back Monday, it was missing the ground. I had 65% of battery left. I had to go through 2 other charters that day. They were both 7-hour trips, and I had another 7-hour trip the following day, and I had no issues. I came back, I had 12% battery. I can't say enough about these batteries. They're safe. They're very, very light and economic. So this way, my new boat, it's very, very fast, and I want to keep it as fast as it possibly can be. And these batteries are super, super light. One battery on that 36-volt trolling motor is replacing 3 lead acid batteries. Even compared to a lithium battery, it is most definitely a lot lighter than those batteries as well. So I've had other lithium batteries in the past. Unfortunately, I haven't had some great experiences with them. If I was fishing light wind, light conditions, it would last maybe 4 or 5 hours. It would get me through my first trip. Unfortunately, if I had a second trip that day, it wasn't able to charge up quick enough, and I really wasn't able to use that boat in the same fashion that I would be able to in the first one. So I was either taking my first trip and kind of cutting it short with the trolling motor, or my second trip would suffer either as well equally. Since I made the switch to my solid state batteries, I have to say I don't have to worry about that anymore. As I said before, I've ran trips 4, 5, 6 trips in a row off of one battery, and I don't even have the biggest battery that Solid State offers. So I can't speak highly enough about this product, how long it lasts, how durable it is, and how safe it is. Take a look at these batteries. I love them. I've had 0 issues with them. They're super safe, and I never have to worry about them. That's why I love my Solid State Marine batteries. So I've been fishing basically my whole life. My dad started taking me out fishing when I was like 2 years old. First most memorable catch was actually a catfish. It's probably like 4 years old on the Connecticut River. Made sure we had to take it home to show my grandfather. It's actually in the backyard right now. It's still buried in the back there, but I fell in love with it at a very first age. It was either hockey, I was playing hockey, or I was out fishing. Didn't matter where we were. My parents have a place in Old Lyme, Connecticut. Go down there all the time. We spent a lot of time down there growing up, and that's where, I lived there during the summertime. Grew up fishing for stripers, fluke. Believe it or not, a ton of fluke. We would do a lot of drifting off of Black Point, an Old Saybrook area, and we'd catch these big absolute doormats. And then I found out about Striper Cup, on the Water Striper Cup, and I really made a switch over in my career from fluke fisherman to a diehard striper guy. I was actually just getting out of college. I was a hockey guy. I played college hockey. I played hockey at a very, very high level, and I wanted that competitive experience. So I got back into fishing, into tournament fishing. I joined Striper Cup. My first year I won Striper Cup. I fell in love with it. Stripers became like my number 1 fish to target. I probably did tournaments for like 6 or 7 years, and then my wife was like, you gotta start making a career out of this. People are messaging you to take you out fishing. I got a good job. Go out and do what you love. And ever since then, 8 years ago, I started the business. I did it part-time for 2 years, and now year 8, I've got 4 of the guys working with me. We're running 2 boats, and it's been nothing but short of amazing. Really happy with how everything turned out. I'm happy I'm not working in the education field anymore. All right, so in the off season, I'm doing a lot of trout fishing. I have a center pin in my hand right here. This is actually what I guide during the winter time. We're right here on the Farmington River here in New Hartford, Connecticut, catching brown trout, rainbow trout, an occasional brook and tiger trout. This is probably one of the most deadly setups that you'll ever fish. It creates a very, very natural swing-free drift, so you're able to present the bait in the most natural presentation as possible. This is what I do all winter. I also travel a lot. I do go to upstate New York, try to catch some steelhead and salmon. This is where I use this up there as well. My parents have a place down in Naples, Florida. Do a lot of snook and tarpon fishing and jack fishing down there, whether it's on the kayak or from shore. Anywhere there's water, I'm gonna go fishing, and I absolutely love it. Our fishing season never ends here at Joe Diorio Guide Service. We do striper charters. We start our striper charters and blackfish charters in April, and that's when we usually start our saltwater trips. We'll run saltwater trips all the way through mid-November, where we're targeting stripers, blackfish, tuna, bluefish, sea bass. We're gonna try to catch them, and we're gonna be able to target them and put you on them. Once mid-November comes around, we kind of change gears and we start offering center pin trips. I offer center pin trips throughout the whole entire winter, teach people how to catch brown trout, rainbow trout, and like I said, an occasional brook trout as well. I'll teach you the correct way to center pin, so this way you can become the best fisherman you possibly could be. Best way to reach me, you can give me a call on my cell phone, 860-214-3437. You can reach me at my social media, joediorio.guideservice.com, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, I even have a TikTok. Contact me there. We'll get you guys out on some fish. We'll have a blast.